Hello and welcome to today's show. I'm Pam Minnick. We're going out west today where we'll visit again with the families and individuals who ranch in the high desert country and have done so for generations. Today we'll talk with Jim Davis and learn about the beginning of our superior livestock auction held each summer in Winnemucca, Nevada. We'll see ranch country on this episode, both remote and rugged, but it's also quite productive and made that way by very capable and knowledgeable beef producers. This is The American Rancher. We're glad you joined us and we'll be right back. Welcome back to The American Rancher. The high desert of the West is a stark, vast landscape where ranches are spread out for miles. On today's program, we'll learn how cattle are raised in this area and the crucial role that quality genetics play in these operations.
Well, we started with an outfit out of Baker, Oregon and Ontario, Oregon, and it was Rod McCullough and Norm Rampson, and they actually started with the whole idea. And it was called Video Marketing Inc., and I just happened to find the first catalog they printed, 1975, held at Baker, Oregon. And I knew then that's what I wanted to do, and the technique was a lot different then because they used slides because we couldn't afford the satellite, but we were using slides, auctioneer, and we'd have them at restaurants and stuff is where we'd have these sales, and it caught on real fast, and I knew we wanted to continue with that, so that's where I started. Was probably about 1978, 77 is when I started with the first video marketing. Well, we've been married 42 years, correct? 42 happy years. And anyway, we've been with Superior now for 27, I believe, going on. So, yeah. And Mary helps me, and we work as a team and travel together, and she helps me in all aspects. And so we worked it as a team for all these years, and it's been a great experience. So.
Yes, it has. Definitely.
She helps at the Winnemucca sales. She handles the golf tournament with Debbie Humble, and then helps with all the tickets and the barbecue and everything at Winnemucca, because I try to stay focused on selling the cattle. That's my main thing there. And anyway, so Winnemucca's developed, and over this will be our 23rd year, and I never dreamed it would turn into what it did, but. Anyway.
That's been a great thing, yeah.
Well, it's a long story. I was driving north of Winnemucca and had an old bag phone, and Jim Odell called me. He said, Jim, he said, you can have a sale in Nevada this year. And I said, well, how can we have a sale in Nevada this year? I've been trying for 2 or 3 years. He said, well, we had a sale scheduled in Denver, and he said, the Pope's gonna be there, and we can't get one room anywhere in Denver. So the Pope got us to Nevada. And anyway, so the first thing I did was go down to John Esquaga's, meet with John, thinking we'd have the sale in Reno. But my good friend Garley Amos from Winnemucca, I was selling his cattle at the time, and he said, Jim, he said, if you have the sale in Winnemucca, you'll have it there forever. So between the Pope and Garley, we got the sale to Winnemucca, and that was 23 years ago. And when we started, we had a 2-day sale, and that was it. And we didn't have a golf tournament. We didn't have a barbecue because we didn't know. Yeah. And then the next year, I had Don Edwards, and we had a little barbecue, and I had to pay Don $1,500 to come in, and I couldn't even raise a dime, so I just paid for it. We paid for it to get Don in there for a little entertainment. And then eventually, we started getting sponsors from Angus associations like the Black Angus, Red Angus, Charlet, everybody, and then from others, Muriel, you know.
And then the city of Winnemucca became involved in it.
City of Winnemucca, they were involved. They give us money, convention center, and we started raising more money, so we started getting more entertainment. And then all of a sudden we got the Bellamy Brothers, Sleep at the Wheel, so it kind of went from there. And we've had the Flatlanders, Joe Ely, and we just make it fun, because Buddy at Jeffers used to always say, Jim, how do we get the buyers here? Yeah. And I'd say, make it fun and they'll come. And so that's what we try to do, is make it fun. And the buyers will come, and they do come, and now all the ranchers come. And my first question from all my customers every year is, who's the entertainment, or when's the golf tournament? Because the golf tournament is probably the biggest thing. They love the cowboy golf tournament because we got 100 people out there. It's a little dangerous, but
Well, and it's become a huge place for people to, on both sides, buyers and sellers, to interchange ideas and get together and, you know, kind of build a relationship that way as well. That's true. It's just a good time, and families can come, and our customers look forward to it. A lot of it's their only vacation they get all year long, and it's part of business. So everybody comes, and they just really enjoy it. You know, it's just evolved into that nice family get-together for them as well.
well, we have a good relationship with all all my customers and the buyers, and you know, so we keep that trust, and they kind of let me market the cattle and leave it up to me. Almost all my customers leave it up to me to get them marketed and stuff, and so that's a lot of responsibility. It's a lot of money, and so we don't take it lightly.
When we return, we'll meet some families and learn more about Jim Davis and his customers. This is The American Rancher. Don't go away. Welcome back to The American Rancher. The families that ranch the high desert country around Winnemucca, Nevada and up into Oregon are in some very dry and sparse country. It's a challenging area that requires alertness to resources and genetics that work. Here's more on our story.
Well, Jim Davis has done more for the cattle industry in the western United States than any one individual, I believe. He educated a lot of people on genetics and on the benefits of actually, you know, creating some kind of a program, whatever it is, as long as it's uniform. And you can see it throughout the West on anybody that Jim Davis sells cattle for. Their cattle have improved over the years, and it's due to him educating them on the benefits of genetics and, you know, and just focusing on a direction. You know, he doesn't try to put you in any direction. He just wants you to focus in a certain direction, whatever it may be. He doesn't emphasize one breed over another or one color over another, just a uniformity of some sort so he can market a uniform product, and it's proven beneficial throughout the West.
It's really been a pleasure to work with Jim Davis. He's a very good cattle shipper. He knows cattle really well, and you're not going to sneak anything by him or anything like that, which we really don't try and do. And that's one thing I really appreciated when I came to work here for Eric Rowan is they told me to clean up the cattle and ship them right, and that's what we really try and do. So usually when it's the day to weigh, we'll just have to sort a few off. Maybe there's a few too many, but they're not sorting off junky ones and stuff like that. And Jim, he's just really a nice fella, and it's a real simple deal shipping with him. There's never any problems.
We've been working with Jim Davis for, I don't know, it's 28 years. I'm not sure how long it's been now, but he's like part of the family. He does a great job marketing our cattle. He's helped with our bull selection. He's the one that brought Lee Leachman in this country and woke a lot of people up on different genetics on cattle. And Jim and Mary Sue have always been great to work with. Good friends.
Jim Davis, well, he's one of the first guys we started with, and he's kind of learned what kind of bulls to get, what kind of cattle, and how to class them, just like everybody else. We kind of grew up together, knowing what to do, and they've been working pretty. It's been working pretty good now. We get them kind of classed about right, same size, and it's worked good. Superior's been real good to us.
Jim Davis has been our rep with Superior ever since we started. It's been probably 15, 16 years. 22 years. And you can't beat him for a rep. He has been very very accommodating for us and made contacts for the different bloodlines and EPDs that Vance has been interested in, and getting us mailings on catalogs. And then we got, of course, to Riverbend, and we're really pleased with what we have found with them.
I think we start about 93, and he's the best thing, and not only business-like, but personal. Mary Sue and Jim, we've become very close. I don't know why, but just the good kind of people we like. Solid as it, you know, a lot of integrity, and always wanting to have better cattle. I mean, he directs you there. He never tells you you had to, but believe you me. And I think he works hard for you. He's really good at matching you with a buyer that wants your kind of cattle.
We've been selling our cattle with Jim Davis as our rep for 25 years now.
Through Superior, but Jim has represented 6 cattle since 1972.
He's been the greatest thing for our operation, getting bulls for us and marketing our cattle. I don't know what I'd do without Jim. Mary Sue, yeah, they've been great.
We're a big part of it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, let's move into marketing cattle. Y'all sell on Winnemucca with Jim Davis every year. Tell me how long you've been going to Winnemucca and how long you've done business with Jim Davis.
Way too long. You know, Jim and I have been friends for over 30 years, and he bought our cattle before we ever went with before Superior was ever Superior, and we've been with Superior when they started. And that's been, what, 27, 28 years ago? This is probably the 28th year.
At the Winnemucca sale?
Well, at the Winnemucca sale, we've been there, whatever they've been there, how long he's had that.
For producers, it's really all about what gives me the best return on my investment. So how can I get the most money for that calf? That's my primary source of income. And so it's a nice marriage between Merck and Superior to be able to identify what things add value, and then Merck helps with developing the solutions that meet those needs.
For an example, intranasal vaccinations is a very low-stress way to vaccinate an animal that mimics more natural exposure, yet one less injection to give that animal, which can improve our beef quality. Anything we do to that animal, from handling it to touching it to injecting vaccinations or doing anything to it, it creates a stress footprint, and sometimes that footprint can be bigger than others.
We believe that using the intranasal route, especially in those young calves that are still got good colostrum levels of antibodies from mama, that's a place where intranasal vaccines really help to get good immunity and manage stress situations.
Particularly in that young calf, it's a low-stress way to do it. It can be done at a very young age. It's easy to administer. And then when you have circulating antibodies in that calf's blood system from its colostral immunity or its passive immunity, using an intranasal vaccination can sometimes bypass that a little bit and stimulate immunity at a young age when sometimes injectable vaccines can't.
Superior Livestock now accepts the use of intranasal vaccines in the VAC programs. As long as the antigen requirements are met for those programs, then intranasal vaccines are now accepted.
It's very important not only for the buyer because of the benefits that they may reap from that calf down the road, but for the seller as well, because now his product is worth more and he's starting to see some value for the inputs that he's made, which not only helps him and the buyer, the whole industry involved.
it's been a great ride, and all our customers have been like family to us, and they are family, and we get invited to graduations, weddings, and you know, this we're at today is the Druzy crew, and we call it the Druzy Bunch, and they're just like family to us, and been shipping some of these people's cattle for over 30 years. And anyway, we've grown up with them, and we're going to Matt Sitz, we're doing their deal, and we're going to his wedding here pretty quick, and he's getting married, and we're going to be there. So
yes, he'll be third generation that we have shipped their cattle for.
Third generation we've shipped cattle for them, for the Sitzes. And so it's been a really good ride, and like we were saying, the first time I shipped here, they were all Herefords, and they're yearlings. They were 18 months old yearlings, and they weighed 650 pounds, and now the Sitz cattle are all Red Angus, and they weigh 650 when we off the cow. And so it's pretty amazing to see those results, and good for them. Instead of loading 100 on a truck, now we load, 75 on a truck, 70. And in the old days in Nevada, we used to load 125 on a truck. They'd weigh like 360, 370. And now down there, we load 70 head, 75. And that all happened over about a 25-year period, so pretty amazing. If you haven't been to Winnemucca, you need to come to the sale. And anyway, we try to make it special and make it fun, and we hope everybody gets an opportunity to come see that sale.
Ranching in the high desert is different than most places, and like ranchers anywhere else, the cattlemen there have to manage their available resources wisely in order to raise good beef. We'd like to thank all of our guests for helping bring you this program with some great information on ranching in challenging situations. We invite you to keep up with us at theamericanrancher.com or check us out on Facebook. I'm Pam Minnick for the entire American Rancher team. Thanks for joining us, and I'll see you next time.
Tune in to the rural way of life on the American Rancher. Go with us as we visit the people and places and follow the stories that make ranching an American lifestyle. It's both the heritage and enterprise of livestock production across our nation each week from the people that do it. Check RFD TV, the magazine, for times and listings in your area, and visit our website, theamericanrancher.com.